Hello and welcome to a new video where I will be discussing some of the very requested topic why Belgium student visas are getting rejected or what are the reasons behind it and how you can avoid it in your visa application and the whole process. I would be going through some of the main points and try to clear as much as I can. So, first of all, let's proceed to the Belgium visa application process. So, previously, if I talk about an application process like 3 4 years back, so usually you will get an admission from university. Once you get an admission letter, you legalize some of the documents either before the application getting accepted or you do it for the visa purposes, and majority of the time that is your character certificate that get legalized. If it's after the acceptance or if it's before, then you go for the academic one where you usually get your last degree legalized. So let's talk about the main change that happened. So previously, when you submit your application through any of the, I would say, third party, there that's always like majority of the countries they have VFS where you submit your application that goes to the embassy, and then embassy get it cross checked. If there is a missing document, they usually return or send you an email that you need to submit that document to, I would say, proceed to the next step. And if it's complete, they usually call you for an interview where previously they used to hand over you an application form, you used to fill that, and if they are satisfied, they would either grant you a visa or they send it to Brussels main office, and then they basically decide on it. So sometimes it's straight through, sometimes they send it to Brussels office for their decision making, and then you usually get visa accepted or they reject the visa on certain grounds, which can be either financial or can be various reason. To be honest, I am not going to go to those ones at this stage. But what they did after some of the issues they had it, especially with the academic, I would say the universities, or I would say the government, they suggested that there should be an interview for the applicants at the embassy level. So what they did now, so once you submit your application for visa, they can call you or they normally call you for the visa interview. And that is the tricky part, because previously they were talking about the facts and the documents, but now you have to defend your case to the visa officer. So the most common issues which I have seen, and I would say came to my knowledge, they were more focusing on your previous, I would say, the academic background you have it, professional background you have it, and then the course you have chosen. So suppose if you have done bachelor in business administration, so you have to be in the certain, I would say, the limit of the course you can choose, which is based on your academic and professional background. Like you can't go for just an, I would say, any random degree. You have to basically have a strong ties between your academic and the professional and the course chosen. And then you have to have a strong motivation letter, like why you have chosen, what is the main reason, and beside that, how it's gonna add value to your, I would say, the professional and career growth in future. So you have to basically cover these points. The second point they usually focus is on the financial, like suppose either you are going with a bank statement, which is not going to be the case in most visa application, and they go for the rejection, and they have a very a strict guideline on that. So normally they accept either a block account, where you submit the money to the for the whole year to the university, and then basically they pay you on a monthly basis that cover your living expenses there. And the second one usually you go for is the Annex 32 or the guarantor, where someone in a specific relationship having a certain level of income, and then they basically guarantee or sponsor you, but that goes to the embassy of that region, or I would say the person where he or she is working or having based in, and then they basically get that document legalized, and later on you submit that as a supporting financial document. So after these 2 points, if you are confident these are covered, you have a strong motivation, you know what the program you have chosen, and you have a strong financial, I would say the suggested one, block account or Annex 32 legalized, and none of your documents are missing, where the main documents are academic. If the university says legalize, that means legalize. If the university doesn't demand, you can just go with the normal attested copies. The second one is, after those, if those 2 points are covered and you have an admission in I would say the public universities, which are in the main cities like Antwerp, Brussels, and Ghent, and other main cities, either in the French, Dutch, or German region. And the main thing that sometimes the visa officer focuses on is the gap you have in between the course. So always make sure if you have a gap in between your current course and the previous academic background you have done, that is covered either through a professional, or if you are doing business, either it's a family or something. So you should be talking with the facts like documents or supportive elements you have it in the file or at the time of the interview. So it should not be something like vague. So you should not give a chance to the visa officer that he or she think that, okay, that's the point and I would not be considering your application, because I have seen cases where they have rejected on the grounds that they believe that this student will not return after completing their course, which is quite new, because previously this was not the case. And usually, I would say when I was there for a couple of years, I've not seen those cases, but now they have started doing that as well. So it can be either because you have not chosen the right course and they think, or they get a doubt that this applicant is just trying to enter into the Schengen region or the Europe region, and they are not basically the genuine student. Or you have, I would say, not submitted the document which are required to defend your studies, or I would say the application you have chosen. So always focus on your application. So try to submit those documents which are required. Don't submit unnecessary documents, because if you submit unnecessary document, the visa officer might, I would say, not go through the all document, and they might miss some of your main document of the applicant application as well. Second, make your motivation quite clear. I would say if you are clear about motivation, like the reason behind choosing that course is gonna make much more bigger impact on your visa application. And the third and most point is, try to get admission in the main public universities. That is going to strengthen your application, because now the universities are filtering applications, so they will try to get maximum information. Like now they are also conducting interviews. So majority of the time, if you get admission from a good university like Ghent, University of Antwerp, VOB, or ULB, so I would say, or University of Hessel. So these are the main universities which is going to get like a positive point to your visa application, because the embassy already knows he has been filtered by the university and he's a genuine student. That's why he got the admission. And they even if you make a small mistake in your document, they will just ignore it at that stage because you have already crossed the filtration point. This second point where usually student make a mistake, the financial element in the application is quite I would say main one. So always go for the block account, or I would say annex 32, but that should be legalized. So try to compile all the relevant document, try to go through, don't miss any of the required document. And even if you miss it, send them an email before you go for the interview, and try to bring that to the interview, so at least you get a chance to, I would say, defend your application on a right track, and definitely that's going to lead to the success of application. If you still have any issues, comment on my video. I have my email in my channel, you can reach me there. I will try to have a WhatsApp number linked to my YouTube channel where you can reach me. So I hope this video clarifies majority of the questions, because those are the points where students were having issues, and I tried to clarify it as much as I can. So thanks for watching the video. Subscribe and like my video, and let me know in the comments if you have any questions or issues. Thank you. Bye bye.